What was interesting to you when you saw Bitcoin the very first time? What drew you to Bitcoin?
In the autobiography of Nelson Mandela, there's a line where he talks in the beginning of the book. He's describing a scene at one of his early boarding houses
Mm,
where he went to school, and he's talking about how he watched the prefects at the school break the rules. And he asks the question, if the people who are supposed to enforce the rules are themselves breaking the rules, who's going to be the ones watching the people and enforcing the rules on the ones who are supposed to enforce the rules? Who's going to be
yeah.
policing the police? That question stuck with, and I read that when I was very young. I was in my early teenage years, and that question stuck with me my whole life.
Mm,
I always wondered about that. I always wondered, well, if authority figures are supposed to enforce the rules themselves, but they themselves are the ones breaking the rules, there's nobody who can reliably enforce the rules
yeah.
because it's never going to work. And so when I stumbled across Bitcoin, it struck me as, well, this is the solution to that problem. For the first time in my entire life, and I mean, this has been, by that time I was in my early 30s. For the first time in my entire life, I came across something that could answer that question. I've been carrying this question
Mm,
with me since my teenage years, and I could never find an answer to this question. And then suddenly there's this thing that's like, well, nobody has to worry about enforcing the rules here because the system enforces the rules itself. And
yeah.
I can't think of anything else that does that. And so it just fascinated me. I obviously did not understand it from the very beginning. Obviously, it's nobody, nobody does.
Yeah.
I'm still learning about it. But I was immediately fascinated by it because it was clear that this thing, could answer that question.